All right. What's up, everybody? We are here with Bunny, representing Team Envy. Up here in the top right, Alpha X Astrea, and this is going to be a good PvT series because it has come highly recommended. Now, this one's actually from a little while back that was sitting there in my recommended games, and this one came super highly recommended, and I can understand why, because Bunny in the last few months has been destroying in all matchups. He's been so good taking the fight and beating guys like Rogue, Zest, all sorts of top players. Astrea, on the other hand, is just a guy who is always so good at creating fun PvTs. And let's be real, it's because Astrea has a weakness, and that is he's not great at finishing off his opponents. But by God, is he great at making recoveries from behind, bouncing back, and playing like really fun, dynamic mid to late games, where it's awesome because, yes, he lets people back into games sometimes, but my God, if he gets behind, you can't count him out. He takes a punch like a champion, he bounces back from it so well, and he creates such exciting games, especially against the Terrans who are, I feel, just below the very top tier of Korea, like the guys who are just outside of, say, Maru and Kua and maybe Clem. Anyone below those, like top couple Terrans in the world, you know, you put Astrea against Dream, Bunny, Ryung, any of these guys, you're going to have a really fun match on your hands, whichever way it goes. Now, it is a delayed reactor. Notice Bunny's not building, and that's because he used his gas for the early factory, so he's going for the quick reactor build. No scout for Bunny. A lot of the Terrans skipping scouting these days. This build, if he was getting max packs, if there was a proxy gate, 2 zealots and a stalker would walk in right now, kill the marine, kill the command center, the reactor, and straight up win the game. So super greedy build for Bunny. Very, very greedy build order, but definitely a situation he's happy to play through that greed. And against Astrea, I think it's not even a risk, because Astrea doesn't do those builds very often. So I think against Astrea, you can open quite greedy, skip your scout, and get away with it 90% of the time. Astrea is such a macro-focused player. Hellion will be the first unit to build, and that is the scout for Bunny. Starport goes down there. I like that. Builds the factory, returns the 5 minerals while waiting to get the money, and then puts the starport down. Ironed out to a T is Bunny's build order. 2000 Atmospheres, of course, is a fantastic map as well, because we see so much movement possibility on this map. Drop play can be amazing. Even if the Protoss has like a big Colossus Disruptor ball, the Terran can always go around and drop them. A few hits on the Hellion, not bad. SCV has to pull to repair that bad boy. The Marines, they're in a bit of a weird line there. Tipo does raise. Now, no vision, but seeing the Hellion, you know it's not 3 racks, so you're pretty comfortable here as Astrea. You do have to be pretty careful, though. Hellion moves out across the map. He's going to try and get in one more time now. Should have at least 1 unit at home, and indeed he does. He's got a Stalker at the natural. Wants to get that out front, no doubt, to kill this Hellion. And with another Stalker popping out in about 10 seconds, he should be able to shut this Hellion down. Hellion's just going to camp at the 3rd for now. And a Medivac on the way, so it looks like a Widow Mine drop will be following that Hellion up. Very standard play. Robo plus Stalker equals wall off. Bunny unable to find a way in, and both sides are opening up rather standard. Now, you might think, where's the quick third? Astrea likes to go Blink into 4 gas and go Colossus and a 3rd base at the same time. So his whole setup is he will get 5 Blink Stalkers ready at the 4 minute 10 mark, 4 minute 20 mark, basically just before this drop comes in. Oh, he's only got 4 Stalkers right now. That's not enough to 2-shot. The Adept goes in. He does see these buildings swapping around. Does get killed by the Marine, though. Widowmine drops coming in. I think he should warp in at least 1 more. Probably, if you want to leave a Stalker in the wall, 2 more Stalker warp-ins. Astrea's moving everything to the 3rd. It's a very big mistake for Astrea at this point. That Widowmine drop comes in towards his base, and oh man, massively out of position. Astrea with a big screw up there. Will he lose a Stalker? No, good pro pull. And I gotta say, Bunny could have done a bit more micro there. He could have burrow unburrowed, or he could have tried to get one in the natural. But he doesn't take any damage, right? He doesn't lose any Widow Mines. He gets a bit of mining time. He kills 2 probes, so it's free damage, and therefore you can't really criticize it. Raven going straight into 3 racks. Not a single tank. Oh, dude. Okay, so this is very scary for Astrea, because Bunny is not wasting any time with safety precautions. He's getting a Raven, which is great for countering the Colossus play. And he's just going straight into 3 racks bio. So he's got both very quick stim shields, lots of bio, and the Widowmine drops ready to come in at any moment. And he's got a Raven banking energy. This all sets himself up to give Astrea a very hard time. Astrea, though, good handling there. Oh, the Widowmines don't quite fire. And okay, Astrea's going to wait for the blink. He's going to tease this one out. Very nice. Oh, I like that. Just clean micro. Oh, look at that. Returns the probes, then blinks the Stalker back. Oh, very well executed by Astrea here. And he's got that third base coming up as well. Robobay plus Observer on the way. So good handling of that second wave, man. That could have been a lot worse. Medevac will return home. And behind it, Marauder production now starts up off the core of Marine Stim, Shields, Widow Mines, and Medevacs. Bunny wants to play that multi-prong style. And Astrea's a very fragile player with this build. You're like, oh, what do you mean? He's got Colossus Blink Charge. Guys, he has 2 gateways. That's what I mean when I say he's fragile. He has 6 Stalkers, a Sentry, and he's making his first Colossus. He goes charge very early, but his gateway count sucks balls with this build. It is just a very low gateway count. Now, his 4 Stalkers do clean up the Hellion. He's got him contained, which is good. Those Stalkers will see any move outs, but only on 2 gateways. Like, he desperately needs a 3rd and a 4th gateway. They do go down now. Probably go straight to 6 gateways, I would imagine. Stalkers on the front, though. Gets a Marine. Gets another Marine. And wants a 3rd one, but I like that pullback on the Marines. The Marauders push back the Stalkers. He's got to be careful there. Going up to 6, 7, 8 gateways. 6 gateways all at once are on the way. Astrea's second Colossus is building. He's got Viagra upgrade on the way. Doesn't quite kill the Marauder. You could see that Medevac boosted. It was getting ready to pick up and save that unit. The Stalkers are going to try and come in from behind. If he could damage the Raven, that would be pretty nice. Ooh, but don't want to blink on that. Definitely don't want to blink on that. He gets a volley off, 3 Stalker shots though, and he blinks back to rejoin with his forces at home. Widowmine drop round 2 coming in on that 3rd base. There is 1 Colossus out, 2nd one on the way. He's building an extra pylon out front so he can add batteries. No battery on the natural just yet. More units boosting across the map. Army will clean up this Stalker on the front. Bit slow on the blink because of course he is busy spreading probes versus the Widowmine drop. Stalker's warping in there. Bunny's going to move in. Oh! Charge! Charge gets depowered. Uh-oh. This is getting awkward right now. Astrea, Interference Matrix goes down, but the Force Field save his bacon. Okay. Very good force fields. They allow that interference matrix to be cancelled out. There is one more. Astrea! What are you doing, bro? Whoa! Astrea with the classic Astrea Colossus Mist Rally. It's a famous move. He does it a lot. I don't know how he did it that time, though. That was really weird misclick. He loses all his Stalkers and Sentries. Oh, no! He could lose the Colossus Bay. Oh, but he does get that second Colossus out. This other Colossus still running around with very little self-confidence. The Stalkers blink to dodge that. Oh, can he keep the Colossus alive? Yes, he can. But the Widowmine drop moved into his natural in the midst of that. A total of only 11 probes have gone down this game. He did lose 1 Colossus, 3 Sentry, 7 Stalkers, some expensive units. Units lost tab looking really good for Bunny right now. But he's going to chase some units down. Is Astrea. He gets a few Marauders. Ooh, 1 more blink could be deadly here. Get the Raven. Get the Raven. But, oh, he knows it's a bit dangerous to blink there because he doesn't know what he's going into. So fair enough. Astrea doesn't hunt him down. That being said, guys, I said Astrea takes a punch like a champ. He's already back up to 64 probes, 6 gases, robo rebuilding. Forge. 2 forges. He is already bouncing back economically, even while the fighting's still going on. So many Protoss players actually just never do that. And his Observer sees a drop going out the left, so he can send Stalkers out and actually catch that. I would love to see Astrea do that. Look, he's already building spotting pylons. He's building 1 on that edge. I'd like to see him build some more spotting pylons down there because you never have enough Observers to see everything, especially against a guy who's opened Raven. So you got to be careful with that. This Observer off to the side. He's hoping the Raven never really goes out that way. But if the Raven's hanging out over here, the Observer can at least spot the edge of the move out. He's going to pull that back for now. Zealots are moving in. We've got a drop moving forward. That Widowmine drop on that left side. Up to 5 barracks is Bunny. Factory, Starport, Ghost Academy. This is a rock solid just bio, mine, ghost, multi-prong. Oh no, Astrea's not watching. Ah! Okay, reacts just in time. And there we go. Does only lose 2 probes. Really good handling for him. I'd chuck a cannon down in this mineral line since this does seem like the exposed angle. And indeed he does so. Not the best cannon placement. I'd much rather that be on the left side so it can maybe even hit the medevac as it comes in. But he's got a 4th base, 1-1 upgrades. Disruptors are coming in. He's got 2 Robos, a Warp Prism. Just stopping at 2 Colossus for now. So as the Viking count grows, Bunny will very quickly have enough Vikings to deal with the 2 Colossus. Can he deal with everything else though? And oh! Nice little Stalker intercept. Gets the Widowmine drop. Cleans that one up. Units lost tab getting back a bit more closer to even. Astrea only up 2 workers though, and with a 4th CC on the way, Bunny's economy is looking fantastic. So if Bunny can keep this position going, then he can work his way forwards into the macro game. He's also completely Warp Prism proof on that left side. 2 Widow Mines and a turret ready for that. Zealot's going to go in for a counterattack. We've got a Zealot drop going down the right side. I've been talking to Astrea and a few other players about this a bit, how the bottom right flank on the natural, that's always the exposed flank. Whereas the main base is always defended. As people are so used to the prism drop, but great focus fire, dude. The Zealots, these SCVs should have run away from this base. Bad micro from Bunny. He should have ran those SCVs to the natural. He was not expecting Astrea to be so good at focusing them down, but that cost him big time. And that last Zealot does go down. But 17 SCVs, a very good trade for an Astrea, who's now coming in with a Zealot drop. Drops a bunch of Zealots in the natural. He's also going to go for a Warp It in the main. The army on the front is going to feel super pressured to do something right now. Oh, man. Bunny is taking big losses right now. Widowmines are barely able to burrow, or at least one of them is. Oh. The Prism is about to find out about the anti-air defense on its way out. Well, at least the Widowmine and turrets did something nice. Force fields, EMP lands. But I think a good way to just keep Bunny off his back. He says, I just killed a lot of SCVs. Give myself a moment to get out. 2-2 upgrades on the way now. 1-1's finished. Disruptor production still doubled up. 68 probes still only for Astrea, so he doesn't have a big, giant economy. But having done so much damage to Bunny, I think he's happy to just say, no, just invest in army. Have a big enough army. That's what's going to matter. And we'll decide this game. Now, there is still no armory. There is an armory, sorry, but no second engineering bay. Ooh, okay. Good disruptor shots. Keeps him back for now. Oh, that one only clips the Zealot, but at least keeps the drop back. Drop is going to go in the main, though. Ooh, Astrea doesn't have an observer there. Triple drop threads the needle. And Astrea, he feels like he has vision, but he does not. He might have to use a recall. Ooh, no recall energy. Forge is looking mighty exposed right now. There is a cannon. Can he warp in a lot of Zealots on top of this? Maybe that'll help. Oh, man, EMP just to make sure the recall can't happen. And Bunny with a nice little reposition. Going to get a good amount of damage. 9 probes, depowering, a bunch of stuff in here. A very good trade, but if the Stalkers can take the medevacs out, this could turn against him. The Stalkers get one medevac. Can they get a second one? No, they aren't able to. And those medevacs get out. Army on the front coming in. He's got a lot of disruptors. Can he defend with them, though? We do see an anti-armor missile. One disruptor lands on the bio. A little sloppy on that control. Some bio running in the left side. They run into a big pack of Zealot Colossus. And this base is defended for now. Stalkers could kill the Raven Viking. That could be huge. Bunny's hanging out in dangerous territory right now. Bunny getting a little ahead of himself. The Raven goes down. The Disruptors are here. The Stalker Disruptor chasing this army down. That Colossus is very exposed. But I think if Astrea can clear this army, he'll be happy to take the trade. The Stalkers and the Disruptors coming on forward. You can see a lot of the Vikings do fall. Zealot run by goes in and does wisely turn at least some of the Zealots around. But these Widowmines everywhere are getting good value. Bunny is still trading evenly, and remember, it's 4 base versus 4 base. Bunny's work account never recovered though, guys. And Bunny is still not going for +2 upgrades at all. He's just not using his engineering base. It feels like ever since he took the SCV damage, Bunny has decided to play kind of all-in Terran style. He's gone for a second starport now, but he hasn't actually gone for the upgrades. He's just saying, screw it. 4 bases, 50 workers, and let's just fight. Army. But if Astrea can get a 5th base up, he's got 2-2 now. If he can go towards 3-3, I mean, his upgrades are going to outstrip Bunny in a big way. Bunny's even going Fusion Core before +2 attack. Guys, he's going to play Range Lib 1-1 bio. We are about to discover how good is the Range Liberator. Is the Range Liberator worth more than getting 2-2 upgrades? I think in the right positions, it can be amazing at shredding Protoss, especially when paired up with EMPs like that. Widowmine getting some big splash damage. This drop, oh man! Oh, the Stalkers just got annihilated by the Widowmines! Dude, this drop is slaying! He does want to get out of there and keep the units alive. And oh my god, there's not even detection here right now. He's only got 1 observer. It's on the other side of the map. There's like 6 Widowmines there. He's got to build a cannon here right now. He's got to build some cannons to deal with this. Right side, the 5th base gets denied as well. Bunny is going to redrop in the natural. These Widowmines are going to start firing. Astrea's not dealing with it right now. Uh-oh. Drop in the natural. He tries to come down with just the disruptors. Oh no, crazy move here. He gets a few Marines there, but dude, he might get punished for that. The drop in the natural does pick up and move on. The Disruptors do manage to survive with only 1 of them going down. 1 Widowmine did fire on the probes. There's still no cannon or detection in the main base. Drop there. This game has got super scrappy. And he's going for round 2, guys. Liberator plus the army picks up and drops in there. This drop finally gets shut down. But a big mass of Widowmines and Libs, this is not the area you want to engage into as the Protoss player. That being said, he does have an Observer now, and he's got the Colossus, but I don't think the Stalker Sentry can really fight into that very efficiently. Can he get rid of the Liberators? It's only 2 Liberators without range so far. Range is not quite done, and it looks like he could barely defend this push. Can Astrea? But even more work is going down, and once again, big boom Widowmine. Oof. Did he just kill another Observer, by the way? I think he did. Yeah, he killed the Observer. That's why that Widowmine still has not gone down. The Disruptor will be used as the cleanup crew. Massive Zealot run by could come in. 4 Widow Mines there, Widow Mine there, Widow Mine there, all going to be causing threats to these Zealots, but there's no actual units on the rally, and as a result, this could be a big problem for Bunny, whose medevacs are trying to escape back to his army. Zealots are running in down here. Liberators will siege up to defend, and those Zealots need to get out of here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Zealots taking a bad trade. Got to get out to that left side of the map, try and escape with at least some of these boys. And they will do so. Astrea is still on 65 probes, 4 base, up against a Bunny that's now back up to 61 SCVs, 5 base. He's going 3 Liberators at a time off his 2 starports, and he's got advanced ballistic. So he has got 6 Liberators with lib range. He's going mass lib, bio, ghost, but he's still on 1-1 upgrades, and 3-3 is about to finish for Protoss. What the hell? This is going to get so weird. If the libs are sieged up, they don't care about upgrades that much. They will still kill the Protoss army. But if it's just the Protoss units fighting the bio, the Protoss should smash unless EMP destroys everything. Going to go for the planetary here. I like the disruptors hitting both the planetary and the repairing SCVs. That planetary will go down. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Liberator's sieging up this base. DT's being trickled in, but Bunny very quick on the scan. He's going to get in there and take out the production. I think Astrea maybe should do the same thing. Oh, man! That's a lot of SCVs going down. The Widow Mines do take out some of them. The army coming forward, but with ranged Liberators defending? Ooh, yeah, I don't think you can break the ramp. Good pullback to the high ground for Bunny. There's no way you can breach that as Astrea, and Astrea's losing his main base. Oh, no, he's going to lose all of his production. This is so bad for Astrea. Yes, he's cleaning up the economy and a lot of the depots of Bunny, but there's still so much infrastructure alive in the main. If Bunny can clear all this infrastructure out, you've got to give him the lead in terms of that infrastructure. The upgrade advantage is, of course, still there for Astrea. The Liberators, one of them goes down, but a bunch of Stalkers fell for that. It's not free. These Liberators are going to try and siege from a bit further back, really use the limits of their range. Disruptors trying to bust the ramp. Astrea pushing in there. Does get a depot and burns down a reactor. He's going to try and recall. Where's he recalling to? Up the top left side. Oh, okay, there was a Liberator there killing probes. He recalls. That Liberator gets back. There is still a massive army. 10 Liberators, lots of Marine Marauder Ghost. I think Bunny, if he grabs this army, moves it across, and joins the armies together, he can't lose. So Astrea needs to kind of he needs to split them up. Divide and conquer. You know, get the units apart. I know that's not the classic meaning of divide and conquer, by the way. Thank you for the 4,000th time YouTube commenter for letting me know. It's just, I don't know. In StarCraft terms, you can't really use diplomacy, can you? So, you know, I like to just butcher what words mean. Anyways, Liberators and Bio here coming on forwards. Trying to rebuild his pylons. He's got 2 gateways, a Templar Archives and a Robo. He could try to make Archons or Storm from here, but oh man, these libs! He just can't engage into them! Astrea's getting his base denied, his stuff cleared out. DT did trickle in and get scanned down. Still a pretty good-sized army at home. If he can join these 2 armies, I think Bunny's in a good spot. Tries to stim forward there. The libs are still very dangerous, though. Okay, only 1 lib sieged right now. He's going to try and jump on top. Oh, Astrea, get out of there, bro. Ooh, dude, these Liberators, even without upgrades, they do 75 damage a shot, and they have massive range. The threat now, though, is, look, Astrea's going to go around, and if Astrea catches you out of position, you could be in trouble. Double lib on the right side. Ooh, but that's not really worth. Only gets 3 probes mining time and gets caught out. And now, which direction are the libs facing? Astrea might be able to find him out in the opening. And remember, the Colossus can outrange the bio significantly, but good movement by Bunny. He says, okay, you moved your army to the left. I'll take out the Nexus on the right. I think he should pull back up the ramp, though. I'd love to see Bunny pull back up the ramp and just say, hey, I've already done enough damage. I'm re-macroing at home, build some depots, recover, because the economy and tech of Astrea is in the pooper right now. But Bunny, he's only now transferring workers. Oh, he's actually not mining. He has no minerals left. He needs to go take a 3rd base. Oh, man, he needs to actually move out to a 3rd base to mine. So he has no income. Oh, damn, I figured he would still have minerals on the natural, but we are 20 minutes in. And look at this, Astrea's trying to force him to set up on both sides. Oh, no, the Disruptor's in the open, but he lands a big ball to start things off. Another ball comes out. Oh, he goes for the pickup. He could have just clicked on that Disruptor. Bunny may be doubting himself for a moment there. He's trying to come forward. These Liberators are looking exposed on their own. Another 2 Marauders go down. Bunny's pickups. He's leaving him to the last second. I do think this was actually the Korean qualifier game this was played in, guys, for King of Battles. So I don't think this was played on US servers. Bunny's just a little slow on his micro. Stalkers pick off a Liberator. Can they pull back? Oh, he loses a bunch of Stalkers for that. But the Colossus and the DT as well, tearing apart the bio, doing some good damage. and the rest of the army comes forward. But where are those liberators? It looks like he's still got the libs at home, struggling to find a way to do this. I feel like if those libs were working this top angle, this bottom angle, they could be sieging these mineral lines with no answer for Astrea. But he was sieging too deep with his Liberass earlier. Here we go. He's going to go for another lib siege up on the angle, but his army's still being divided. He's got a big siege up, though. Lots of these units go down. 7, 8 probes and a stalker immediately. Unfortunately, he has no support on the ground, though. So Astrea might just be able to headbutt this. He doesn't have many units, though, that shoot up. So, I don't really like the chances of that. He's trying to get the Colossus in range. Oh, no. Astrea! His Colossus almost goes down. Oh, my God. Remember, he's got 3/3 upgrades, but the Liberators do not care about that. And the 2 Marauders and the Marine might just kill this base. What is he recalling right now? I don't even know. That wasn't... What? That's got to be a misclick. A panic recall. He recalls a random disruptor accidentally to this Nexus into the disruptor range, and it just goes down. The Liberator range, sorry. Meanwhile, the 3rd is finally landed. Bunny took so long to do this, but he's finally doing it. He's trying to remake a Ghost Academy because he needs detection to handle the DTs, but no, all the DTs are gone in this game. There's only 1 left, so not really the biggest priority in my opinion. But here comes the army. Astrea says, hey, all your libs are over there. I can outposition you. Widow Mines are doing damage to him, but the Observer allowing him to clear some of these up. These Liberators are going to be facing 8 Stalkers and an Archon. They could potentially headbutt on through here. Astrea's just going to YOLO it. He's going to blink and take out the Libs. He one-shots 1 Liberator. The 2nd Liberator does take a 2nd volley, but the Archon Colossus with 3/3, the Zealots, up against the 1/1 Bio. The 1/1 Bio is not able to cut through these well-upgraded Protoss units, and I think the Liberators did a fantastic job in this game. We saw how hard it is for Colossus Disruptor to deal with that, but at the end of the day, that army never being able to rejoin, these Liberators never being able to rejoin, and the fact that he didn't have any mining behind it while Astrea did, we see now that, look at this, he's added Psystorm in there, 1 Immortal, a few High Templar, and a Colossus in a Warp Prism. And Astrea, with just a handful of units, evicts him from his only mining base. He's got an orbital in the top left. He could drop some mules there, but it's a 24 worker economy. Doesn't sound big, but there is no economy for it. The Terran EMP drop! Bunny with the big D plays. Some big BD energy for sure right there. Some absolutely colossal D energy. The Ghost with the drop of the EMP. Another EMP. Unfortunately, when you've only got 3 Marauders, 3 Marines, and a Ghost to try and capitalize on it, it's kind of hard to overwhelm. Oh man, this was a very, very fun game. I really feel like Range Libs are just such a powerful and underused unit. I do think you still want to be adding your upgrades 1 at a time off that engineering bay all game. He had an engineering bay, he had an armory. If he was just kind of slowly adding +2, maybe +3 attack with only +1 armor, Bunny's army would have performed a lot better. But what a messy and interesting game. The Liberator base trade up against the Colossus, the Disruptors, trying to reposition around them. But in the end, I think that 3/3 just made an absolutely whopping difference. And of course, these bases mining out a lot earlier. You know, Protoss hung on to the 4th and the 5th base mining. Terran hung on to the natural with like 2 mineral patches left. GG, well played. What an awesome game 1 for Astrea. Alright guys, let's go game 2 and let's see if you can fight back on Pride of Altaris. Why did you not veto this map, Bunny? What the hell? He must have a special plan in mind. His opponent at the bottom right. Show us that gold base, daddy. It's Astrea. And he's moving to the gold, right? Yeah, his probe's moving out pretty early at least. And definitely looks like it. Yep, you can see he's got a move command right there. Probe comes in. We will see an SCV scout heading out for Bunny. Bunny's opening looks really normal, but I imagine this is going to be a fierce like tank push or cyclone push or something like that, or a 3-rax push on that gold base. It's really hard to defend this gold base from like a dedicated push unless you know what it is ahead of time. And with these builds, usually you will not know what it is. So Nexus into Cybercore, nice build order for Astrea. Command center goes down. And this SCV doesn't check the gold. Interesting. But he will know in a moment. He's going to see no Nexus, and he's like, yep! Figured as much. It's Pride of Altaris. Protoss player is a bit more flexible than Terran in their movement in the early game, a bit more map control. So it's more likely for the Protoss to try and rush that up. Later on, the Terran gets more mobile once Stim and Shields and stuff is upgraded. But the Protoss can take advantage of the early game where the Adepts and the Stalkers do reign supreme. And here we go. Reaper going to go into that base. We got the pylon and the Nexus there as well. Okay. Stargate. Interesting. Astrea going to play Stargate. Okay. All right. Wow. I mean, definitely Phoenix are good for control, right? Shield battery going to go up in the main base. Will help defend that. Reaper's going to go down. Oh, okay. I think you recall the Adept and a bunch of probes, right? Yes! So sick. He's like, not only am I recalling the probes, also the Adept to shut down this bunker. Second Adept up on the high ground. Very cool defense by Astrea. Behind this, pretty standard play so far by Bunny. He's just doing a completely normal build. He even built a bunker. And he's going to go Armory. Ah, okay, guys. We are going to see an Invisible Widowmine drop. Now, there is an Oracle coming out. If that Oracle survives, it's good. If that Oracle flies into the first Widowmine, this could just be game over. If you don't have detection for that first Widowmine drop, ooh, it's going to be problematic. So this next minute is going to be super one-sided for one player. I don't know. Because if you go Oracle, Phoenix, Phoenix, and you're just ready for that drop and you shut it down, it's so bad for the Terran. They are so screwed. He's actually going for a Tech Lab. He's going to go Drilling Claws? Oh my lord, Bunny going for the Drilling Claws. What a Chad gamer. Oh, Reaper also escaping. Oracle has to use its laser there. Never something the Protoss wants to do. Oh, Hellion drives in as well. Oracle leaving its laser beam on. Hellion gets 1 kill. Oracle says, leave. But the Hellion's like, hey, baited you to waste all your energy. Heck yeah, dude. It's always awkward. Battery goes down on that base, but batteries do not help against the Boom Booms. Phoenix is on the way. The medevac just now starting, along with Drilling Claws. Bunny is going to go for some big Boom Booms in this game. Now, when Drilling Claws finishes, you could be crazy and swap that around. He doesn't. Oh, he's supply blocked. Dude, his Widowmine production's so slow. Where is his first Widowmine, by the way? Does he have it in his main? Nope, it's there. No! Okay, he doesn't run into it. Hellion comes over, gets another probe that was trying to rally out. This Hellion's actually getting some sick value, man. And, does he see the armory? Oh, he does. He sees the armory. Okay, it's Robo time, Astrea. I mean, he could try to do it with the Oracle, but he needs more Phoenix for sure. Definitely wants to chrono those Phoenix out. He can do it without the Robo, but it can get a little bit dicey for Adepts are here. This Hellion being so well controlled by Bunny. He's getting a lot of map control for himself, and he goes 3cc behind it. Oh, cute build order. I feel like this Widowmine drop is so late, though. I don't think Bunny's build order is the greatest, and I do think with that gold base up, Astrea should be getting ahead in this game very, very shortly. You have a lot of pressure on you to do damage right now. The first Widowmine drop with 3 Widowmines will move out down this bottom side. The Phoenix and the Oracles, if they catch that, this could be game over. Sneaky. Shh. Don't tell the Protoss. Don't tell the Protoss player. Don't tell the Protoss player. Don't tell him. And they get past. Oh, man. You know there's an armory, dude. You got to get home and defend. Look at this Hellion. Oh, this is the Hellion. Astrea! Wake up, dude! Oh, my God. Okay, he has to use a lift to defend that before that Hellion gets any kills. And here comes the Widowmine Phoenix. Oh, okay. Picks up 2 of these. But he doesn't have any anti-air damage. Oh, but that's okay, right? Okay, he kills them all. Astrea's got it. Okay, Astrea's got it. That's a very good first hold. Does he have a Twilight? Yes, he's got to make charge or blink. I mean, charge. He's got to make charge and +1 right now. So that he can do a big counterattack when his third gets taken. Second Widowmine drop's coming out right now. For Astrea, he should probably be putting spotting pylons out. This is such a big map to cover. It's so awkward, but he's actually building a cannon in each base, which is genius. Oh, this is so smart for Astrea, mate. Ooh, yeah. Widowmine drop coming on forward. Okay. Phoenix Oracle on that right side. Widowmine drop coming in towards the natural. Phoenix Oracle coming on in. Save the Revelation till they're in the ground. Oh, nice pickups. Oh, dude, Astrea has this game in the bag, right? 55 probes. He starts a 4th Nexus. I feel like he can just print Zealots and Archons. Funnily enough, he doesn't chase the medevac. So I think he's worried about another wave coming in. Well, this is where that wave is going to come from. With a cannon, though, 4 Adepts and a Zealot. I feel like he can kill them before they even unload. Yep, 1 goes down. Oh, the Adepts don't get it. Oh, okay, he does get 4 probes. He gets a little bit of damage. Does it matter, though? I feel like that gold base is going to start to run away with this game in a moment. It's going to... Okay, let's look at Bunny's position. Now, don't get me wrong. He's got 5 barracks. He will have 1-1 upgrades. So his upgrades are just slightly ahead of the Protoss double-ups right now. He's going to go for drop play, which is crazy risky versus Phoenix. That might have been a misclick, actually. Oh, no, he is. This is... Bunny's always been a guy who likes to YOLO drop, yeah. He's like, yep, you have Phoenix. Well, if you don't see the drop coming, we can do big damage. But there's pylon spotters everywhere. 4th base is up. 7 more gateways coming in, so it's going to be 10 gate production. If this gets caught by the Phoenix, it's so bad. Right now, though, only 4 Zealots are out. Charge and +1 is done. 2-1 upgrades are on the way. You do need to start making some more units right now. Astrea sees the drop, but did he see the drop? You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, it feels like Astrea's not watching right now. His Adepts saw that. They both saw each other, but it seems like Bunny noticed and Astrea did not. Oh, man, a crazy drop coming in right now for Bunny. And he's just going to try and YOLO it in there. Pull the probes. Get out of there. Get out of there, Astrea. Astrea, pull the Phoenix away as well. He does already lose 7 probes. Cannon goes down. Army coming back. He doesn't have that many Zealots. He's going to try and pick up these Widow Mines. Oh, the Phoenix are trying to drag the Widow Mines into the Terran. Oh, those Widow Mines just killed like 8 Zealots. Sick positioning on those, and the Zealots attacking into the choke point. The Phoenix should be allowing him to get on through, but oh man, good positioning by Bunny. The Phoenix will take out these medevacs. They are running back and forwards a bit too much, a bit too fancy on the micro maybe. Astrea not wanting his Phoenix to get focused down, but he does end up cleaning the attack up. Is it enough though? This attack just weaving its way through his vision, threading the needle. And if he depowers this, oh man, the battery's gone. The battery's gone. A quick recall, but does he actually have enough Zealots to deal with this army? I don't know. It's an awkward attack angle. And you can see the way Bunny's just catching him without getting those Zealot Warpins in time. Astrea had such a good start and early defense, but Bunny's now finding the damage. Probe losses here, there, and everywhere. A few Marauders do get caught in the retreat. Astrea needs to keep his harassment going. These Adepts need to hit that 3rd, but there are 2 Widow Mines there. The 3rd base is up fully mining. Bunny's not that far behind on income. This gold base is mining out, guys. So the early lead has completely disappeared. Bunny taking some fantastic trades. And it's still a very basic army, plus 2 armor only now starting for Astrea, whereas he should have been probably more armor than attack focused with this build. Oh, not a good fight for Astrea. He's got to be careful. Careful, mate. Takes a big Widow Mine into the middle of all of his units. And if he could send that Observer forward and split his units up, that would be really good right now. I do think those Adepts need to shade in. He's got to do something to pull Bunny's attention away. Picks up a bunch of Marines and guns them down, which is not too bad. He's making a lot of Zealots here. It's equal upgrades on both sides. The Phoenix picking up a few Marines, damaging the medevacs. There's very little anti-air firepower, but he's forgotten about these Adepts. He's under too much pressure. More Phoenix building right now. +2 attack has kicked in. Astrea has a small economic advantage right now. Picking off a bunch of these Marines is really cute. The Zealot count, though, keeps getting aggroed into the fight before he's ready to take it. He's going to try and go for it now. Looks like the Observer may have gone down here. Oh no, it is still there. If he can pick up those Widow Mines before they fire, it could be big. But these Widow Mines, if they get the big hits on the Zealots, it's game over. Now, big problem is that fact that there is no detection now. The Observer just got focused down. The Zealots need to spread, but they are doing everything but spreading. Astrea attacking in a big old clump. Bunny is just so aggressive. He keeps making Astrea take these really awkward fights. And Astrea, even though I thought he had such a good start, is getting overrun by the parade through the middle. This gold base is so awkward to defend. And as much as he got an initial pump up for it, these Marauders are now coming, and a wall of Marauders that just will not die, tanking and allowing those Widow Mines to get off their explosive payload. And he's gotten far too many money shots. Astrea wiping that sweat off his brow and going, God damn it, man, I thought I had this game in the bag. And he definitely was on the precipice of it. But we just see how much the constant distraction of those Drilling Claw Widow Mines and the extreme greed that Bunny did to follow it up can spiral out of control. That crazy drop in the natural catching Astrea way off guard. Fantastic movement for Bunny. All right, let's go game 3. That was a really nice comeback. He just did a bit of a greedy opening, but a good way to punish a player who's got to defend those bases that are so far apart. Team Envy's Bunny in the bottom left up against Astrea in the top right. Now, Envy is no more. This game was from a little while ago, guys, a few weeks back when I cast this, so or when I got this replay, and I'm only getting around to casting it now. But yeah, I think Bunny, did he get picked up by Onside Gaming? Let me know, guys, in the chat. I'm not sure, or if he's teamless right now. Either way, an amazing Terran player who's been looking so good recently. And I like that he was able to fight back there. I always feel like that gold base is oppressive. You're like, man, there's so much money coming in. I'm not killing enough workers. But that big drop, surprising, getting big economic damage, big Zealot trades, big Phoenix damage was huge. And it's one of those situations where if you're dropping and the Zealots are already there, the Phoenix are already there, really bad for the Terran. It was a very high-risk move, but definitely got him the momentum he needed to then push into the gold with his second army and start to win the game. Heavy Phoenix is fantastic versus those Zealot armies, but Widow Mines do counter both units really well, so you've got to really be particular with revelating them, picking them up out of the ground. And of course, he did lose his Oracle from that Doom drop, which made all the follow-up fights much harder, trying to build observers, but those are much easier to scan down for the Terran. Now, 2 SCVs are down here. That probe could block the command center, but Astrea instead opts for the confirmation scout, checks that there's no double gas, and does let that command center go down. So, I don't know. I do like blocking the expand myself. He checks back up there to make sure that wasn't a Marine. That's why he checked, because the Marine builds much quicker than the Reaper. And we'll go home. We've got, of course, Cybercore after Nexus here, and a cheeky SCV. Comes in to build that bunker. Astrea doesn't know about it. Ooh, that's annoying. That's very annoying, mate. He's rallied a probe down there. He's going to see it, but it'll be too late. The Reaper will be a nuisance. Now, the standard reaction here is to go triple Stalker, or at least double Stalker, and build a battery on the low ground. But because he's got 2 pylons on the high ground, he can't build a battery. It's a disastrous situation for Astrea. This setup that he's gone for puts him in big doo-doo. Pylon. No pylon? Okay. What are you going to do? Oh, man. It's awkward, dude. So he chronos out the Adept. Adept hopefully gets the Reaper, but Bunny, of course, an expert player, not a noob. He's not going to let that one happen, man. Stalkers will rally out. He's just going to try and take this out with Adepts and Stalkers and no battery. Means he's going to have to wait for the second Stalker to come out and the Adept to all engage at once. I mean, he can get a few hits on it if he wants here. Just use his shields. But of course, he should be continuing out. And he's going to go across the map. Now, there is no second Reaper, just a Marine in a bunker. Solid opening behind this for Bunny. And trying to set up on the natural. Astrea, there's no way, dude. You're going to lose probes. Loses a probe there. Astrea is being really silly right now. Playing way too fancy. He's trying to do super high-level elite micro to let the probes tank, but that means he's not able to focus the SCV at the same time. I told you guys, you can't do this. You just cannot do this. It does not work. Another probe goes down. The Adept shades on in. It gets cornered by the Marines. Oh, Bunny is taking Astrea to a dark, dark place. Filled with chodes. Wow. This is a very good opening here. He can get focusing the probes. He's going to get another one. Astrea! This is way too risky what you're doing with your probes. Oh, Astrea is trying to do the 400 APM, 300 IQ response. Dude, if he loses a Stalker as well. Oh, the Reaper shoves the finger up over his shoulder, says, "Get wrecked, noob!" The Oracle does immediately laser him out of existence, but that Reaper and Bunker did more damage than a Reaper and a Bunker should ever be able to do. 3 probes and a Stalker and massive mining denial. A terrible start for Astrea, and I think Bunny might be getting his revenge for that first game, dude. This is going to be really hard for Astrea to get back in it. He should have just dived there. He saw where the Widow Mine was. There's 3 Widow Mines. Pig, you gronk. I'm like, he knows where the Widow Mine is. Why doesn't he just steer around it? It's like, dude, there's 3 of them on the map right now? Come on, man. Where are they, though? Seriously, I actually don't know. There's 1. Let's see if we can spot them. 2. 3. Now, obviously, Astrea doesn't get that little red outline that we get. He doesn't get to see that little red outline. We do. But where is that medevac? Never got built, eh? So the Widow Mines are just kind of defensive units here. Oracle says, hello. Takes out a Widow Mine. Okay, that's worth it. I said Astrea can bounce back from taking a punch better than anyone else, didn't I? Well, he does hit a small supply block, but Pylon will be finished in 7 seconds. Third Nexus is up very quick. He's going to go Forge Twilight. Looks like he's going to play the same style as last game, minus the gold-based momentum. But he's up against a 3 racks this time. So it's a very different scenario. Bunny's going to be going for the Stim Shields push. Notice no tanks. He hasn't wasted any money on any tanks. He hasn't wasted any money on a Raven. It's such a minimalistic setup and just rushing to medevac Widow Mine bio production. If I was Bunny here, I would build 2 more barracks. Wouldn't build add-ons for them. I would just make only Marines, not a single Marauder. And I would just pull the boys and go for an all-in. That's what I would do here. Bunny, though, is going to play a bit more standard, go for the Marauders. But if you're playing against Zealot Phoenix, if you do a boy pool with like 40 Marines with Stim Shields +1, Protoss is very sad. If they can't get Storm or Colossus, something like that, which is a very hard transition off charge Phoenix, which is mostly a mineral style. You can see he's only on 3 gases, and he intends to stay that way for a while. It's really hard to get splash damage up. So that all-in is amazing for killing exactly what he's doing. Bunny, once again, is going to drop against a Phoenix player because he's Bunny, and he likes to do that, man. He likes to thread the needle whenever he can. As Astrea, that looks a little empty of a base. Do his Spidey senses tingle? Looks like no. If a double drop arrives and your Phoenix are on the wrong side of the map, you're in big doo-doo. You have a Stalker and a Sentry right now. He could die to a double drop. Even if he recalls the Phoenix, If he doesn't see this coming... Oh, man. And he thinks, okay, you're pushing out the middle. He doesn't know about the double drop. Picks off a couple units here. I mean, these are good trades, right? He's getting himself back in it with 3 Widowmine kills, but that double drop is still sneaking down that right side. Oh, probe. Probe's gonna see it. Okay, that probe is gonna give warning. That's very important. Army pushes down the left side. He grabs yet another Widowmine. Really good punishments of the move out. Now Astrea, he's got to realize double drop coming towards the main. Does he notice it though? Because he's distracted. He's moving out front to ambush this army. He didn't notice the double drop. He didn't notice it. Oh no! Oh, the drop comes in and surprises him. He's got to frantically run home, but there's an army attacking his third at the same time. Goodbye Gateway. Goodbye Stargate. Artosis! Artosis is right there! Bunny apparently friends with Artosis. Oh, caster privilege. Caster privilege. He ignores Artosis and goes for the Nexus. A Nexus kill is still going to be fantastic, though. That medevac goes down. Marine Marauder coming on forward. He gets the Nexus. Artosis. Kill Artosis! Bunny! He's right there! Okay. Bunny, he's being cautious with this. He doesn't want to get this army caught, but he's finally going to take Artosis out. And that is going to be it. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Oh, my God. Can you even clean this up? Oh my god, the probes are being mineral walked in to try and fight this. Oh, dude, the Marauder held the choke point against the Zealots. The Marines are gunning down everybody. Oh, Chad Gamer Bunny says, whoa, you want to take the gold base? You want to use your Colossus to outrange my bio with your 3-3 versus my 1-1? You want to make my range libs look bad? How about a big taste of multi-pronged bio right up the guts, dickhead? Astrea are getting ravaged right from the start of this game, and unfortunately not seeing that drop, so any chance of a comeback gets dashed there. Bunny drops across the map, wipes him off the face of the map. A fantastic game 1, and Bunny, though, does turn it around and crushes through game 2 and game 3. Very, very good turnaround in that series from Bunny.